Rolling.
Welcome to Out Motorsports, the channel for cars as you are. My name is Jake, and I'm here at the New York International Auto Show at the Ram booth. Ram being part of Stellantis, they've got a whole bunch of stuff here, a whole bunch of trucks, including the brand new Ram Rev, which is the all-electric version of their Ram 1500 pickup truck. Now, I would be a little closer, but everyone else is also filming with this truck. The good thing is, it's just a little different flavor of the regular Ram 1500. So, let's pop over here. And we're just gonna pretend that this one is a Ram Rev, because truly, from about the front fenders back, it's the same truck. So, we'll show you some more on the Rev in just a second, but let's talk about specs. So it is, like I said, just a 1500, more or less, that is on the all-electric architecture. So it's still a body-on-frame truck. Stellantis did confirm all of the specs on this thing yesterday, and I have the memory of a goldfish, so I'm just gonna read them to you. It's going to be 654 horsepower, 620 pound-feet of torque, which is plenty. They say 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. The towing and payload ratings on this thing are stupid. It's rated to tow up to 14,000 pounds with up to 2,700 pounds payload. Now, the interesting thing with that, always to remember, is the fully loaded models are going to be heavier than the more basic models, so that payload number will probably not be with this fully loaded tungsten that they have sitting on the show floor. Now, the other interesting thing to think about here is the design that we're seeing on this Ram Rev is probably previewing what the facelift for the rest of these trucks is going to look like. These have been out for several years at this point. They're due for some just little nips and tucks and interior tweaks. The bulk of what you see that's different with the Ram Rev is in the interior, so we will head over there in just a second when we can and do a little interior tour. But otherwise, that Ram Rev is going to be the same as this as far as being crew cab, you know, short bed. They've got the Ram boxes if you want those. That's what's being shown here on the Tungsten. As far as motors and range, that's the other big thing to talk about. So there's going to be dual motors going on. I keep pointing like you can see what's over there. Yeah, that. There's going to be dual motors. Ram says they're going to be 250 kilowatt drive modules. So one at each axle there. And then there's going to be two different battery pack sizes. So the smaller one is 168 kilowatt hours, and then the larger one is 229 kilowatt hours. Those numbers probably mean nothing to most of you, which is fine, but the range is what actually matters here. This is going to be a large, heavy vehicle with a large, heavy battery pack, probably like the Hummer EV. That's 9,000 pounds. I sure hope this isn't, but either way, the range on the smaller battery pack is estimated at 350 miles. On the bigger battery pack is 500 miles. That gets me really excited because when you're towing, what I've seen so far with the F-150 Lightning, cut your range about in half. I saw that with the Hummer EV as well. So if there's a 500 mile unloaded range, 250 towing is actually useful for a lot of people. So that gets me really, really excited. And then there's also an XR trim that Ram is teasing, and they say it's going to have really, really good range. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do some sort of range extending model, thinking of what XR might stand for. So that is pretty cool. As far as charging is concerned, 800 volt DC fast charging up to 350 kilowatts, which is great. They say 110 miles range in 10 minutes. So that is really, really cool. Now, as far as suspension, we can look at this on the regular Ram. This is a Rebel, I guess? It's a Rebel. So Ram has been long pioneers of having four-corner air suspension. The Rev is going to be no exception to that. They are going to have four-corner air suspension with several different ride heights, and then your wheels are going to be up to 22 inches in diameter. Obviously, what we're seeing with the Rev being this fully loaded tungsten model is very different from this Rebel. This one is on smaller wheels with big chonky boy tires. There's gonna be 5 trim levels to start. So there's that top of the line tungsten. They will also have the basic Tradesman, a Bighorn / Lone Star. I'm not sure which one they're gonna call it. We'll go with Bighorn for now. And then a Laramie and a Limited. So I don't think they're gonna have something like the Rebel to start, but they will have plenty of different trim levels to satisfy your needs at different price points. So that is that. Let's hop inside the Ram Rev and see what this new interior looks like, because like I said, it's probably gonna make it to the rest of these. Okay, so we got a few minutes with the actual Ram Rev. So this is the Tungsten. This is the new top trim. I love that we're making up more and more names because we've gone through Platinum, Capstone, Limited, all of this with all these brands. So looking around in here, this is largely just what you've got with the current gen Ram, this interior is very, very similar. There's some different colors, some different materials. There's some like faux carbon fiber, maybe real carbon fiber. Sorry, Ram, if I just offended you. There's some detailing on like the shift knob, but this is just what you got. You've got a fully digital cluster, which is not exclusive to the Rev. This is new for 2023 as a digital cluster. This is your gigantic Uconnect screen, which looks a little taller to me, but I could be wrong. This could just be me forgetting everything. They've obviously got some different screens going on for all the EV stuff. The truck can do vehicle to load or you know, power your home, power whatever in the front or in the back. And they also claim that you can charge another car with it, which is kind of neat. You do have your trailer brake controller for towing down here, which I'm so glad is still a physical control. They have some persistent buttons going on for suspension, parking sensors, trailer steering. They've got like the parking assist for trailers, and then brake gain down here. I don't love that anything related to trailer braking is a touch button, but we'll see how that works in the real world when I get to tow with it. So this is your screen. They've also added another screen over here, which I hate because I hate screens in cars in general. I don't understand the point of these, but this is very similar to what they're doing in the Grand Wagoneer. It is offered over there as well. And Ram and Stellantis are not the only people doing the extra screen stuff. So I'm not sure what the point of these are, but if you like it, I'm just really happy for you. In any case, otherwise this is all pretty standard. I'm also noticing the top sound system is by Klipsch, which I probably mispronounced, but curious to see how that sounds. I'm sure it's lovely. There's speakers everywhere. The seats are very nice as far as kind of the materials. This is a very soft leather, maybe not leather, faux leather. Nice stitching details, nice headrest details. Everything feels very comfortable. You've got kind of a suede Alcantara headliner going on and a gigantic panoramic sunroof. So that's what you've got going on inside. This is all very light as far as a refresh or update would be concerned, but that's okay because I think the current Ram interior is also really, really nice. Let's do a quick walk around while I've got this truck because they have more live shots to do, and that'll be that. Okay, so real quick, just looking at what makes the Ram Rev unique in itself. Notably, it's just gonna be the front end because of course there's no engine, so you don't need a grille. So they've got this different nose to it, different headlights, and then this light up Ram script, which is pretty neat. This is a frunk, this is power operated, it does open. I don't know how to open it or if they want me opening it, so I'm gonna leave it shut, but it is a front trunk. And then coming around here, your charge port is going to be on the front fender right here. This is for that 350 kilowatt DC fast charging. You've got your regular charging port that's becoming standard across the industry at this point. And then these wheels are likely going to be exclusive to the Rev. These are those gigantic 22s with a 275 section width tire. That's a lot of tire for this truck. And then moving back to the back, everything else here is, like I said, standard Ram. So you've got 5.5 foot truck box. I don't know if they're gonna do a longer bed on this. They didn't say or confirm anything. And then you do have the Ram boxes that has been kind of a staple of Ram for several years at this point. If you like them, great, they're here. I don't know if they'll offer the truck without them. I'm guessing they will, but nice to have that as well. So that is the all-new Ram Rev. Thank you so much for coming along. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And now I am going to get off of this moving platform so that others can do some live shots. Thank you so much for coming along. See you next time.